What if taking out the trash earned you experience points, or maybe doing the laundry unlocked a date night? Today, I'm going to show you how you can build a co-op quest board, and it's going to be using WeWeb's newest update. It has its own backend built in, as well as access to an MCP server, and I'm going to show you how to set this all up. For those of you who don't know, I have done a video on WeWeb in the past, and WeWeb was built from the ground up as a web application, a web front application where you can actually drag and drop, edit, and customize anything on the page. So when they actually added the AI layer, it is really cool because everything the AI generates, you can actually customize and modify. So it is one of the strongest customizable platforms in terms of vibe coding. As always, I will have a link in the description below, but here we are on WeWeb.io. I'm going to click my name in the top right, and from here, I already have a project called Couples Co-op, or you can create a project, give it a name. I'm just going to open up in the editor, and you can see where we are starting. This is our baseline. Our page is completely empty. So on the left here, you can actually see it says, hey, connect an app or IDE. I am going to use Codex for this. And then when you're on ChatGPT, you can actually go to plugins on the side here, and then you can hit the little settings, and this is going to bring you directly to the settings for where the plugins exist. We can click MCP, we can actually hit add server, give everything that we need. Alternatively, if we just go to a chat and say, hey, add this MCP server to Codex, and we paste the link, we can do it that way as well. It will add it all in. It's going to take us step by step to get it all set up and configured. It's going to actually pull up the web here to authorize. We're going to hit authorize. I've literally done nothing other than put in the prompt into ChatGPT, and you can see it is all set up and configured. Just as a quick side note, if you do go on the WeWeb MCP documentation, it is one of the coolest documentations I think I've seen to date. If you scroll down and you pick the one you want, so say we do Claude Desktop, it'll actually give you this little step-by-step instruction where it shows you what to click, and you have to actually click through to show you hey, this is how you do it. So it is really cool. But anyway, let's come here. We're going to go to GetDesign.md, and I have picked one out. This is called Sanity. I have downloaded the design.md file. If you don't know, GetDesign.md is just a website that has MD files with different designs. So say you want to do the Apple style design, you can actually see what it looks like. Here's the preview of what your page could look like. We have the different text, the colors, the fonts. It gives you kind of everything for the design itself. Now on Codex, under our new project, we have the @WeWeb MCP server, and we have, I want to design a layout based off this MD doc, and I've uploaded the MD doc. That's how we're going to start. You can see already ChatGPT has found the co-op couple web project, and it's going to apply it to the landing page of that website. We can see here ChatGPT Codex is done. It designed it all. It has the dark hero with the responsive 3-2-1, the high contrast, the start together button. If we go on the website where we have our WeWeb, we can actually see it here. This is what it looks like. Again, like I was saying, everything is customizable. Now I'm going to add another MD file. This is basically the prompt I'm putting in that I want ChatGPT Codex to code for me. So you can actually see here is the prompt itself. So it's basically saying, hey, turn your relationship into a cooperative RPG game where chores, habits, and goals become quests. And you can go through and you can actually kind of see everything. So we see the core concepts. We see what players see. The halls, we see the quest system, so you can add different quests with different XP rewards, and then difficulty tiers, so with different star systems. So it is just a really well structured, laid out prompt. So everything I'm showing you is a massive update that WeWeb has actually just released over the last couple of weeks. So the MCP server, the ability to access an MCP directly with your own vibe coding tool like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you use really, is brand new. It makes it really convenient to access WeWeb from your own vibe coding tool, but then you can always go back to the website and tweak anything you want without having that vibe coding lottery system that you're probably used to. And while we're waiting for ChatGPT to code for us, I want to show you the data and API options that they have. So again, this is also brand new. So you can actually use Supabase and any of the other stuff like Google Sheets and all that, but they also now have WeWeb Tables. So imagine WeWeb Tables like Supabase, but built in directly to WeWeb. So you have it all in one location. So there are different workflows you can access. So event triggers, different functions. We have authentication. Again, all completely built in. So you can choose your location, we can hit continue, and we can say, okay, just set this up automatically. And you're going to see here, it's going to create the database for us. It's going to set up the authentication. It's going to create the server. It's going to do all of it in one location. So it is WeWeb, which again started as a front end platform first, which is now adding a backend with MCP servers. You can actually see here ChatGPT is starting to debug this browser. So we have given it access, and it's going to go through and set up these things that I am talking about with you. So it's going to give our application a home. It's going to start setting up the database. It's going to go through and make sure everything is connected for our couples co-op application. The backend setup has been complete. And to be clear, we don't have to use any of the MCP servers. We don't have to use ChatGPT, Claude Codex, any Gravity Cursor, whatever. We can actually just use WeWeb AI. So you can actually just toggle that on and then just start typing to with whatever you want. But to me, it really is the customizations that you can adjust. So you can see Gilded 2, it's right at the edge here. So we can actually click it, and now on the right, we have access to all these different settings. If we scroll down to margin, we can say, okay, I want to have a 5 margin, and now it is no longer squished up against the side. Maybe we want to go a little more. We can give it a 10 margin. So now you can actually see what it looks like here, where it's not up against the edge. So we didn't have to go to AI and say, hey, change Gilded 2 and add margin and hope it does the best thing for you. We have the ability to do these little tweaks ourselves. Going back to Codex, you can actually see here it's implemented the backend foundation. It's going through, it's listing everything that it has done. It said, hey, there's one external step remaining, and you have to enable storage on the WeWeb editor. And you can do that yourself. I was kind of lazy. I just said, hey, can you enable it for me and make sure it's working as intended? And it said, hey, we enabled the storage successfully. And to be clear, I did go back and forth with it. I had a bit of a conversation. It left some pages empty. So I said, hey, MCP server, can you please make sure that there's no empty pages? Keep doing all the pages that you're missing. You can see our conversation back and forth until eventually we get a website that looks like this. So you can see our landing page here. We have our nice text. It has the theme that we want based off the design documentation we added, and it's going to have the features that we added or that we asked for based off the prompt we put in. So we can actually hit design. It's going to bring us to this page here where we can actually create our own account, or we can sign in if we have an account. So let's just enter in an email address. You add in your password, and then you're going to come to a page that looks like this that says name the team you're going to be building together. So again, this is for couples, it's for friends, for 2 people. It says at the bottom, only two team members per guild. Choose your partner wisely. So we can give it a name, or we can do a join code. It's pretty smart. It already says, hey, if you want to join and you want to join an existing one, go to the settings and look for the invite link. So we're going to just give it a name. And you can see here, we now have our guild settings. We can actually have our single use invite code. You can see we have to generate it. The text needs some work here. So we can go through and make modifications to adjust this where it'll actually work. And also we have to make it where it can actually generate the code itself. We can even register this week's boss, and we can say, okay, it's the laundry golem and it's worth 200 hit points. And again, we have to fix this button here so it's actually readable. And here is our quest board itself. So we have our A team, we can generate daily quests, and it's going to generate quests that we can do. So as I was saying, we can go up to the top here, we can pick the page we want. So we can go from the settings, we can do setup, we can do home, we can make adjustments to anything. So if we go to settings, for example, we can click this button here. That was the button that had the issues with the color. We can click it, we can choose the color of the button, we can choose the text, we can choose whatever we want, and we can change so it's actually visible. So we can just say, okay, let's make it red, and you can see what the text looks like. Or maybe we want the button to be black and make it stand out more. Maybe we want the black and white. The options are endless, and again, it's totally up to whatever you want, right? We can search for colors or whatever, but you can see now our buttons are visible and we didn't have to go back and forth with AI. And where it really shines is all the data backend that they have added. Along the top, we have interface. That's what we've been on. We have data and API. You can actually click it, and you see here we have access to a table of all the data. Here are all the different tables that exist. and within those tables, we have all the table of data. So it's very standardized across how a backend would work and function. But what's really cool is they have these views. So you can actually click and it's a preset view based off whatever you have. So we can actually hit new view, and now we can preset different parameters, and we can say, okay, I only want to see text that has this or numbers that have that, and we want to sort, and you can actually make your own view. So anytime you come to the back end, you want to sort your data, you can one click and the data is always sorted for you. So it's extremely powerful and really cool. This is what we use for our users. So you can actually see our user is signed in here. You can see their account. We can have roles. We can also do the popular sign in options. So if you want to have like login with Apple, Facebook, GitHub, Google, whatever you want, you can click it. It'll take you through, again, to go through with this really cool system where it gives you like the step-by-step of like, hey, you're going to go to Google Cloud, you're going to click console, and then you're going to click up here, and it's taking you step-by-step on how to enable Google sign-in into your application. And you can go through, they offer a lot of different sign-in options. And then, of course, there are a ton of settings with everything you do. So do you want to have them verify the email, minimal password length? Do we want them to have the ability to reset their password, and when should it reset? And you get access to like literally everything. WeWeb did a really good job at taking their already existing, very powerful, good front end and adding the back end, and the MCP just brings it to the next level. As always, I will have a link in the description below for you guys to check this out. Let me know what your thoughts are. I like this one just purely because you have access to like literally all the fine controls. As you know, vibe coding is like you're clicking the button and hoping that it fixes the problem that you're requesting. And I just like the ability to like go through and fine tune the small little things to make it exactly the way I want it to. And WeWeb does a very good job at that. And again, combining it with the back end and the front end, you're getting more of the complete package now. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe if you like AI, and like the video. Tells the algorithm you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with another AI video.
Right there, AI tools.